Okay. Hello. Oh. It's gonna change the color for something in the back. What should I do? Yeah, alright, yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, so, hello, 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 hello. The upstairs neighbors are a little quieter now, but they're still very annoying. But yeah, okay. So, if you saw my manga video, I did talk about how I wanted to show some books, but didn't end up having time to fit that in, so now we're gonna just do a little bit of a page turning video, and maybe I'll read some things at the end. But yeah, page turning and handling, yeah, things like that. I'm gonna try not to whisper in this video. Maybe just take softly for this one. Yeah. Okay. So. This is a book, kind of a guidebook in a way, of all the food, drawings of food in the Ghibli movies. Taberu okaku. This is really cool. Yeah, I like the drawings and things. I got this from the Studio Ghibli Park. Very cool. There's I think, a pitch outside, so you always hear soccer players and the like playing around. This is also from the Ghibli Museum. I may have shown it briefly in another video. It's a different type of paper. tree. And the bridge. The street lanterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was Miyazaki, you just saw. Don't want to spoil it too much for you. Definitely recommend that you get it. It's a beautiful, beautiful art book. Okay. And I have a Sailor Moon art book. And this I bought used online. Because they don't really sell it anymore. Although I'll just be devastated if I end up seeing it for brand new again. At like the museum. There's gonna be another museum, Sailor Museum this year. I mean, I won't be devastated, but it's just kind of like this was expensive and hard to find. This is way thicker paper, so I handle it gently as to not rip it. So pretty, so pretty. I just love Sailor Moon. I'm not even sure if there's anything really related to Sailor Moon in it. It's just a magazine cover magazine that I got, and I just kind of keep it for the cover. I keep it in a clear file holder. This doesn't belong here. Neither does this. Okay, this isn't really a book, but this is just... I haven't even really taken it out of the packaging because it keeps it, I guess, in better condition. It's the Sailor Moon card collection. And then I have another one. This is just because yesterday was New Year's Day and it's a very important day in Japan. You go and you spend time with your family. It's kind of like Christmas for Japanese people, I think. I just thought I would tell you a little bit about the importance of it. So, New Year's, Oshogatsu. The New Year is the most special event of the year for Japanese. During the New Year's days, the god of the year, Toshigami-sama, is said to descend on each home. So loud. People wish to welcome them with pure mind and to receive power from him. Accordingly, various rituals and practices were established, such as Hatsumode, the first shrine visit, Otoshidama, receiving money, Kagami Mochi, it's like, I forget what that is. It's like a decorative mochi, and zoni, or ozoni, which is like a mochi soup, to name a few. Ever since the old times, the Japanese used to celebrate the New Year's Day by drinking otoso, spiced sacred sake, and famille, with family. And mother would cook osechi, traditional New Year's dishes. Following the family tradition, they used to eat osechi served in dish plates they would use only once a year, late in the morning. New neighbors used to visit their home to express New Year's greetings, while the father would in turn make New Year's calls. Children used to fly kites and play karuta, Japanese cards, and battledore and shuttlecock. It was a hang loose or tranquil New Year's Day with cheers and shouting for joy coming from here and there. How did New Year begin? The word Oshogatsu, New Year, derives from China. Literally speaking, Sho implies beginning or renewal. Thus, Shogatsu indicates the first month of a new year, which has just arrived. Nowadays, it is commonly accepted that New Year's days fall on January 1st through 3rd. The Japanese New Year festivities have many traditional rituals and ceremonies to celebrate the beginning of a year. The festivities had it that the Japanese agricultural people ushered in the spirits of the ancestors at the beginning of the year as the holy spirits of the year, Toshigami-sama, to express their thankfulness to the spirits for good harvest in the previous year and also to pray for an abundant crop in the coming new year. People used to believe that the spirits of the ancestors would return to the house of the descendants 4 times a year, namely on a New Year's Day, Obon, Spring Higan, Ohigan, and Fall Higan, and benevolently watch the prosperity of the posterity, and people took time to prepare for bringing in the new year and welcome the spirits of the ancestors with care and esteem. Nowadays, a day starts at 12 midnight, but in and before the Edo period, people took it for granted that a sunset to another sunset constituted a day. Houses ushered in the Holy Spirits of the year at sundown of the New Year's Eve and celebrated the festivities by offering it kamimochi and drinks. The main ceremonies of the year include Hatsumode, Kakizome, Hatsuyume, Nanakusa, Kagami Biraki, Koshogatsu. I'm gonna pause it right there. I have to do something. Sorry. Okay, so I needed to do something real quick. Some online work, and I was very last minute with filming this video. I didn't realize I would take 16 minutes, but of course I can never keep to my planned timeline, but that's okay. Alright, so I was reading to you about New Year's, and I will continue. This book has everything about Japanese culture. Okay. Alright. So I quickly kind of went over the things as the main ceremonies of the year. So Hatsumode is the New Year's first visit to a shrine. Kakizome is the first calligraphy of New Year. People write auspicious words or poems with a brush, wishing the improvement in their writing skill. Hatsuyume, this is the first dream people have. On New Year's Day, people tell their fortune, omen for the year, touching from what they dream. Did you have your first dream of the year? I don't remember mine if I had one. if you dreamt one, if you had a first dream, let me know what it was. I'm curious. There's Kagami Biraki. It says reference page 12. We'll get to the next page in a second then. And there's Koshogatsu, New Year according to the lunar calendar. And Azuki Gayu, rice grill with reddish azuki beans. On this day, people put up events such as Dondoyaki and Sagicho, which are the fire festivities to burn New Year ornaments. They're actually pretty cool. Dondoyaki. Okay. Alright, so where was I reading up until this point? So tradition says the families celebrated with each other on New Year's Day by eating osachi, ryori, and zoni, New Year's special soup with rice cake as the main ingredient. There are some New Years other than the New Year which most Japanese currently celebrate, as calendars used in Japan changed from time to time. Japanese used to and still do celebrate the New Year's Day in different time points. They are New Year's Day in the current solar calendar system, Kyushogatsu and Oshogatsu, New Year's Day according to lunisolar calendar, and Koshogatsu, the New Year according to lunar calendar. Even after the lunisolar calendar prevailed, the lunar calendar still continued to be in use. It followed that there were some places where people celebrated New Year's Day twice. People used the words of Shoshun, meaning the beginning of spring, or Geishun, meaning welcoming of a spring, as synonymous with the New Year. This is because in the old calendar, the time around Rishun, meaning the beginning of spring, used to be the beginning of the New Year. Gantan means the morning of Ganjitsu. Well, Ganjitsu is a synonym for the first day of a year. When is Kadomatsu for? Kadomatsu, the decorative pine branches. If you've ever been to Japan around New Year's, you'll see decorative pine branches everywhere. And Yorishiro, the guiding post, in which the god of the year would indwell when they descend to earth. The Japanese people believe that the spirits indwelled in the evergreen trees or flowering grasses They say that in old times people used to use the evergreen trees growing in their homeland, but that people have come to use the branches of pine. Phonetically, pine in Japanese is pronounced as matsu, which also means wait. It was in the Kamakura period that bamboos began to be attached to the pine tree. We hear say that in ancient times, many people used to place a large pine tree in front of their house gates. Kado, meaning gateway, meant a gate garden in front of the main building, and was regarded as a space where the god descended to earth. It is a relatively new custom that people have come to set up pine branches in pairs in front of their gates as a decoration. What is kagami mochi? Mochi, meaning rice cake, is indispensable during the new year. In fact, there are two types of mochi. One is kagami mochi, which people offer the god of the year, while the other one is for people to eat as a preservative food. Kagami mochi, literally meaning mirror-shaped mochi, has its roots in the mirror, and that the mirror was assumed to be the revelation. Thus, people use kagami mochi, double-layered round rice cake, to resemble the round, old-fashioned kind of copper mirror in an attempt to have the spirits indwell in kagami mochi. People make kagami mochi by overlapping large and small round mochi rice cakes and decorating them with sour orange, kombu, dried laminaria, or kelp, I suppose you could say, and urajiro on top of the stack of kagami mochi. Dai, sour orange, is a spherical, beautiful fruit which becomes ripe in yellow color in winter, turning green in spring, and keeps growing larger each year. Since dai phonetically sounds akin to 4 generations, it has been considered an auspicious fruit. Urajiro, white fern leaf, had been called honnaga, meaning long ear, until the end of the Edo period, since the phonetic sound of honaga was akin to ear of a rice plant, and the white color of urajiro resembled the white color of rice. People considered urajiro to be an auspicious plant. Okay, I'll end it off there. If you'd like to hear more about Japanese culture and from this book, let me know. I got this for free when I came to Japan on the JET program. Oh, that is my stomach. Maybe it's time for lunch for me. Okay. All right.